We can either.
I didn't know what we were
I understand. You can
doing
either.
something at the end of class, like usual.
Yeah. So we either you can turn in what we do today, that's fine, or you can turn in what we do next week. It's probably going to take 2 classes to go through everything because charts are pretty much there's a lot to it. So again, we're going to be doing. I have to re-talk my talk because I didn't have the video. So again, today we're going to talk about charts. Okay, and here let's look at some of the charts right here. Great. So inside of Excel, there's a whole bunch of different types of charts. Why aren't they showing me learn about elements of a chart? Here's what a typical chart would look like here, and let me zoom in a little bit here. Oops, zoom in a little bit. There we go. So again, in the chart that we make, you'll see you have a title at the top. We have the background. We'll talk about different types of backgrounds and how to make backgrounds. Usually have a legend of some kind, and then you have data along the left and right columns here, or the vertical and horizontal. And just depending upon the type of chart you make, you can alter different data. Okay. One of the things I find is that making charts in Excel is probably the easiest. They do have chart making features in Word, and they have chart making features in PowerPoint, but they're kind of reduced. They don't have as quite of a robust interface for some reason, unless this newer version they might have added more robust. So one of the things you can do is you can make your chart in Excel and then share it with Word or share it with PowerPoint. And when you share a chart, what you're doing is you're linking it to the Excel file. So if you go and make changes in the Excel file, it'll automatically update in your other application. So let's say you make a chart in Excel. You love your chart. It's my home sales, right, for my area or something like that. And I go and I put it in a PowerPoint presentation I'm going to give to somebody. And then all of a sudden, before your presentation, you need to update the data. You can just go to Excel, update the data, save it, and it'll automatically update in your PowerPoint presentation because it's shared. Okay, does that make sense? You know what I mean by sharing? Yes. They can be linked, is what I meant. And I'll demonstrate that as well. We will try that. I will show you how that works, of how you can have the data be shared amongst all the presentations there. Let's see, is there a video we can watch here? Oh, I don't know. This is not what I wanted to show for some reason. Why is this not showing me what I want? So they got map chart. I don't know what this is. Let's look at it. Create a map chart.
There's a new chart type in Excel. Go to Insert and look for Maps. If you have map data, here's a list of provinces of Poland. You can get this great looking map to use. Let's go over to another tab. Here's real estate values in the United States. Going to Recommended Charts, Excel understands that this is map data, and you can insert a map with just a click or tap. The tool uses Bing data for countries, regions, postal codes, and it's pretty smart.
All right.
For silly reasons, I'm going to replace a state with Alberta, Canada in the data set. And look, the map automatically adjusted scope to show Alberta. You can customize your maps just like you would any other chart. And if you double-click on a map, you have new options. You can pick up different projections, different sizes, even add region tags.
So I've never tried the map. That seems like a new feature there. So, you know, that might be worthwhile. We'll have to try that today. I've never had that. There you go. Never saw that. That's a new feature for me. So that was a funnel chart. That kind of shows, like you see right there, where, you know, data is in a hierarchical kind of fashion, where the bigger one has maybe more data than the smaller one. Almost like you know, the food pyramid or something back upside down. Nat chart helps you schedule your projects, tasks, and helps you track your. So it looks like time of day and tasks that you're supposed to do, right? Histogram is a very popular type of chart. It's kind of a data-driven chart in that it shows you almost time. I don't know why it's not showing me. No, it's not what I want. Test scores, and then it shows the chart. I don't know. I'm used to histogram in Photoshop. So sort of histogram contains charts with both sorting and descending order and a line representing the cumulative total percentage. So again, you can see it's a chart that has sort of a line, and so you have multiple data. Let's see what else. Sunburst chart. Works good for dates, I guess. Good for you know.
World Cup again.
Uh-huh.
And then you did chat now I understand what.
Oh, there you go.
So they at the beginning is 60-40 and it will swing it down to
Okay, there you go.
in the middle.
And then I see this in Google Analytics all the time. I see this in Google Analytics, especially when they're showing gender or something like that, where they show the percentage of male and female people that come to your website. Okay, and so if you've never ever seen Google Analytics, let me just show it to you for a moment. If I can remember my password. Let's see if we can. I don't think that's the right password, but no. Maybe this one will work. Oh. Nobody's on my website. But this is Google Analytics, and I don't know which website they're showing me data for at this point. I don't know. Oh, I have no data. I think I logged in the wrong one. This is not showing me. I don't know what website this is showing me for. Does it tell me? Oh. Yeah, I don't have anything on there. I logged in the wrong one. Hold on. Let me log into my wife's one. She has data on hers. Let me log into my wife's one. Hopefully I remember this password. No. 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 I was in here the other day. Damn. Oh. I have to. Let me try one more. Let me see if I can remember one more. Woo! Last one was a charm. Oh, I don't want this. I want analytics. How do we get to analytics? Oh, no, I didn't want that. What did I click on? Oh, I didn't want that. There we go. So at least my wife has some data. It's not very good data, but you can see, you know, you get a chart. This is kind of a line chart. This is how many people go to your website in the last 7 days. And then you can go into 28 days. And so a great way to show that is a line chart. As you go along, you can see how many people per day. She doesn't get that many people per day, as you can see. You can get real time, how many people are on the site in real time right now. You can get traffic sources, and it shows you, where they're coming from. Boy, she's not getting anything there. Audience, and so on. How many mobile users you get, what devices they're using, mobile versus desktop. You can also get behavior. You can see which pages they're going to. Again, mostly line chart, but they do have these oval charts. Like if I went to audience and I went to audience, usually they give you age and things like that, right? And then in keeping up with let's see, custom user flow. Oh, there it was. That was the one I wanted to show. Was oh, there was one with a pie chart. Didn't you see the pie chart? There was a pie chart there somewhere. I just saw it. There it is. Male, female. See the pie chart right there? It went away, but there was a pie chart that said male, female right there somewhere. You can find out, how people come to your site and all that. But again, if you had a website that actually had a lot of information on it, like my Zircon site, you would say that. But I can't show you that because I can't log in without them knowing it. And in this case, if you remember last class, we talked about different file formats in Excel. Remember the CSV file and all that? If you look over here under export, you'll see, look at them all right here. You got PDF, you got Google Sheets, you have Excel, and the CSV file. These are common data sharing files. PDF would be great if you're going to share this data with somebody and you want to just send it to them in the email and stuff. If you want to open it up in Excel, you could choose the Excel file and it's going to ask you that, and boom, it'll bring up your Google Analytics stuff right inside Excel. Now, I don't have much data in here, but if I did have data that was useful, you could actually see it in there. So, as you move forward and start learning things about the internet, if you ever want to be marketing, if you're a marketing major, really learning Google Analytics would be a very useful way of learning how to deal with data online. I don't have a very I don't pay for ads or anything, so I don't have much data in here. So, but you can see there's a lot of charts being used there inside of Google Analytics. Okay, so let's get to Excel, and let me see which one we want to open up. Do we want to open up a previous one? Or why don't we do this? Go to Canvas. So log into your account, your Canvas account. We can download a file. There's a file on there we can download and practice with. So if you log into Canvas, log into your Canvas account. There is a file there that you can download and use for our example today. Nope. Oh, geez, I can't remember any password now. So if you go to Canvas, okay, log into your Canvas, you'll notice under next week, there's one that says Charts in Excel. There is a file that you can download and try and follow along with what we're doing today. If you go there, you'll notice there's one that says Excel Chapter 3.zip. Oh, the whole thing is locked? Oh, I'm sorry. I will unlock it. Why is it locked? I don't know. October 22nd. Oh, it's not open till then. Wow. Okay. See if it's open now. Look ahead. Hold on. Go ahead. See if it's open now. You might have to hit refresh. Which one is this one? This one's refresh right here. See the reload? Reload your page. So go into the Charts in Excel example. It should be open now. And download this zip file here. See the zip file right here? If you click on the zip file, it's going to ask him if you want to open an archive utility. You can say yes to that. And then it'll open up a chapter in there. It says Excel Chapter 3. And let's start with jobs. I'm going to open up the one that says jobs. Jobs. The one that says jobs. Yes. Yes. Hit it, and it should ask you to uncompress it. Say yes. No, it didn't ask you to uncompress. You click on it. Right? You should be using Firefox. Click on that. Click on that. And then, can't tell.
Job Excel, right?
Yeah. Here, once you click and drag it on here. Drag, let go. Double click.
Right?
Okay.
Job.
Jobs. And double
Excel.
click. Jobs. That's it. That's fine. Jobs. Jobs. You guys find jobs? Find jobs? Jobs. You guys find jobs? Dan, did you find jobs? Jobs. You gotta log into Canvas and go and download the file that you need. It's on the next
You
week's
need to
lesson.
pull down, make it big. So the
It's
one
locked.
can
Oh,
see it.
Well, it's unlocked now.
Okay, job. Remember at the beginning of time?
Okay, I open that. A little bit big. Make it big.
Okay, you find the jobs?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Look at the jobs right here. We have a typical chart. Okay, so this kind of data would lend itself to what? Maybe a bar chart, right? We want to see what would lend itself. Well, we want to make a comparison between 2010 and 2020 jobs for these type of jobs. So if I was going to choose and make a chart for this, what I could do is I could select the data I want, and it should give you a suggestion box. Here, watch how I do it, and then you try. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to start here with the first box. I'm going to hold my shift key down and click on the last box like that. Okay? And so by selecting that, you can then go to the chart option. Usually, sometimes it comes up with a chart option here. I don't know why it did not. Sometimes it does. And then if we go to the chart options are over here. Okay, so they're under Insert. So again, I selected the group that I want. I want to do the name of the job and then the two years, right? So I have all these selected here. And I can come over here to the first option, and you can see what kind of charts you want. You got your, I'm starting with the first one up here. They do have recommended chart, but it'll show you a recommend. It's kind of a wizard. That's why it has this little, see, it's like, it looks like a magic wand with the little colors around the outside here. They call this a wizard here. And so the two kind of, this one might be good because it shows you side-by-side comparison where you have 2010 and 2020 here. Where this one is kind of a stacked chart where it shows you one, but this doesn't really show you much because it's kind of confusing. This one is kind of more of a side-by-side comparison where it has the name of the job down below with the data on the side over here. So, you know, this cluster, they call that one a cluster column. Again, this is a stacked column. This one's not really going to show you any data that's useful. And here's the one that they were showing you before with the chart there. So probably this one right here or this one right here would be the best. Which one you like? The bar chart, clustered column, or this clustered bar? You want to go down? You want to do this one? We can do this one right here. Again, it's under the wizard, the one with the little magic wand there. If you click on it, it'll open it up. If you want to make your move your chart, if you put your cursor in the inside, you can move it around.
Which one we choose? Cluster column or
Cluster chart. The one that looks like this with the. You couldn't get it?
I have cluster column.
Not under the wizard icon.
I have cluster column.
Okay, so you selected this box, right? This box. And you hold down the shift key and select this box. So all of this is selected. Then I go under Insert. wizard, and I'm going to go down to the one that this one right here, this chart, clustered column right here.
What's the column?
Yes,
What's the chart?
clustered column.
That, that.
Okay, so once you have your chart, you can make it bigger. Again, you'll notice as you select a chart, you can see down at the bottom here, you have these little handles that make things bigger and smaller. See that? If you want to change your title, you'll notice it says chart title. If you double click with the left mouse on it, it should open up the option to change the text. This is going to be number of jobs, like that. So you can change the title. In addition, if you double click on your chart, it should have the format chart options will show up over here as well. Some of the things you can include. Hmm? You can't change the title? If you double click on it? No. Double click and it should let you change it. Okay, let's talk about changing color and stuff. Notice how, I'm going to close this window here. Notice how I might need to make this a little bit bigger. Notice how you see orange for one and blue for the other. Notice how I click on it, click on the chart. Well, maybe you don't like that blue or you don't like that. You'll notice that you can, if you click on it, you bring up the format data series there, you can change your color with a bucket here. Again, how did I get that up? I double clicked, it opened that up. I clicked on the orange ones. Once I clicked on the orange ones, you'll notice the format data series comes up. There is a paint bucket right here. In the paint bucket, you can turn it down. You'll see it says automatic fill. So there's a little triangle right there. See the triangle right there? And you can go over there and change the color right here. Here's a little paint bucket. Do you see that? So I don't like orange. I want to make it green. And so you can change the color right here, or yellow. Again, click on the chart twice, brings up the chart options, then click on the bar that you want to change, and then you'll notice there is an option over here for the fill of the chart. Some of the other things you can do to your chart is add some data. Wouldn't it be nice if the actual whole number was at the top of the chart, right? The whole number, because right now, if you look, you'll see, and I'm going to close this right now, and I need to zoom out just a little bit so you can see. I'm having trouble getting my chart to fit on my screen here. You guys have more space on your screen than I do. Whatever. Here we go. Okay, so wouldn't it be nice if I could get the data to show up at the top of the bars, right? Wouldn't it be nice to see the exact value up there? So there is a way to bring up data for your charts. To do that in the old version, it used to have a little option here. But if you double click on it, it usually was inside here. I don't really see it. Alt text, properties, size, text options. I don't know. There used to be an option over here to put in the data. I don't know why it's not letting me do that now. Format. This is different than the Windows version, but welcome to Mac version. Yeah. You used to be able to put the data up here. There's a whole bunch of different options. It would be the columns. So I don't know. Maybe it depends on how I'm clicking. Maybe I have to click here. Add data labels. That's it. So I went and I right-clicked on the bar. So I selected the yellow bars, and I right-clicked and said add data labels. Let me try it again. I'm going to click the blue ones. Let's click the blue ones. And I'm going to right-click on it and say add data labels. So I right-clicked on there and say add data labels. And that put the whole number in there. Did you see how I did that again? That's a chart. Yes? No? You don't have a chart at all? Okay, here, I'll start again. Now, to make a chart. Okay, I click here in the upper corner, right? Click here. Hold the shift key down. I'm going to click down here, right? Shift key, click on the lower one. Okay, I'm going to go to insert. We'll just delete it and do another one. Then I'm going to go to recommended charts. And I'm going to scroll down to where it says chart clustered column. That's the one you can click on it and hit the delete key on the keyboard. Okay, so now you should have a chart. No? You're not holding the shift key down. Move the shift key down. There you go. Have them all selected. Go under insert. Okay, like in the Windows version, if you're using the Windows version, it actually has more options here. I don't know why, they keep changing the difference between the Mac and Windows version. I don't know why they keep doing that, but it's kind of painful because I have to keep trying to figure out why they do that. That's fine. Okay, let's do a different chart. Now that you made that one, I'm going to ask you to delete it. Okay, so let's make a different chart. But you see the idea of how to make a simple chart right there. Okay, so I'm going to delete that one. So to delete a chart, you just hit that. Okay, let's make a different chart. This time, I'm going to make a chart that is going to be maybe the pay chart with the name of the people. So you'll notice here that I have job titles right here, right? Job titles. But I want to know the pay of each job title in 2010. So how do I select multiple data? Okay, how do I select multiple data? Well, this time we're going to do the shift key again, but you're going to drag down. So be careful dragging. Watch how I do this. Again, I'm going to select this one by holding the shift key and going all the way down, selecting just the name of those. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select this holding the command key down. See the command key? I'm holding the command key on the keyboard and I'm going to select the medium pay from 2010 all the way down like that. I'll do it again. Here we go. I'm going to click off. Here we go. I'm going to click on the blank one at the very top up here. See the blank one right here? I'm going to hold the shift key down. I'm going to click on the last one, the database administrator right there. So I have all of this selected. Now I want to select another column of data. I'm going to hold the command key down. If you look at the keyboard, there's one called command. I'm going to click on the medium pay, the 200, 220, 20, whatever, 10. And I'm going to hold the left mouse and drag down that. Okay, so now I have both this selected and then I have this selected. So that was the command key that will select these two columns without all the stuff in between here, right? I don't want all the stuff in between there. And then if I go under insert, I can choose a chart again. You got recommended chart, and one of the recommended ones this time is a pie chart. So the pie chart might be nice because it shows, maybe they're all kind of similar, but maybe one is a little bigger than the other, which would be the CIS managers, right? So I'm going to go and click on the pie chart, and you'll notice that I have now the job titles down here, and then I have a chart that has color in it. Again, this is a pie chart. Then you could say to yourself, well, which one is the most, the fastest growing job is going to be, or the one that has the highest pay is the CIS manager, which is this blue one right here. See the blue right here matches the blue right there. So if I want to highlight this one and make it a little bit different, I can actually pull it away by clicking on the chart and dragging it out. Oh, look what it did. It did all of them. Okay, let's not do that. Maybe if let me try again, if I have to hold down the option key. No, command key. And command key, drag it out. Seemed to work. It was the command key, drag it out, that'll highlight it. Another way that you can put data in your chart as well is by, I guess we can right click. So we can probably right click and say add data label. That puts our data in there. Add data label, add data label, add data label, add data. So you can add the data label. In the Windows version, it's much easier. You can do this all with one click. I don't know why they got such, the Mac version doesn't have as easy method as this. But again, putting the data that you want inside your chart might be another way. Say you don't like the pie chart and you think it's pretty ugly and it's not showing you the data. Can I change it? Well, yes, you can change it. If you go back underneath the insert option, you can actually go and adjust your chart to a different chart. I could just simply click on another one. This one would be the bar chart right here. So I went back to insert. So I had the chart still selected. I didn't like the pie chart. I can go underneath the insert option and just go and choose a different chart. You might want to try, hey, maybe the 3D chart. That might look kind of cool. There we go, 3D chart. Notice how it still has the labels from before, but maybe this is more of a chart. So this one is the 3D bar chart, which is the first one here. So I went and changed the pie chart to a 3D column chart, this one right here. And so that is another way to visualize the data. And this is better than the pie chart. Why is this better than the pie chart? Well, it gives you a little bit more of a sense of depth to it, right? The pie chart was too close to the same data, right? This gives you a little bit more of you can visually see it a little bit more, that this is the highest paying job, and then this is the second highest paying job, and these are all very similar. Right, so see if you can do a 3D chart. Okay, hold on. Because you have this giant chart that's next to the data. So wouldn't it be great if the chart could be on its own sheet? Okay, so you can move a chart to its own sheet. Remember how we had multiple sheets? So to do that, you can actually right-click on your chart. Right-click on your chart, and you should be able to move to sheet. No, it doesn't say move to sheet. Move chart. It's in the middle. I right-clicked on it, and it says Move Chart. And it's asking me what do I want to do. I want to make a new sheet, and this is going to be Pay. What was this? Job Pay Outlook. And then I'm going to say New Sheet, and I'm going to say OK. And it moves it onto its own sheet. And if you look over here, you'll see you have two tabs now down here. See the two tabs? So the chart is in its own sheet. I don't know why it's still here. It should be on its own sheet. Can I get rid of that? There we go. I had to delete it there. And so now I have a chart in its own. I had to delete the other one for some reason. It kept the other one. You can't right click and say move to? No? Right click. Okay, right click now. Right click. Move chart. I don't know what that is. Okay. Right click. No. No. Up. right here. Right click. New chart. New sheet. Okay, let's just do another one. Go back to yeah, new. You have to click the new sheet. Click there. There you go. Okay. It's new sheet. Sheet. See, look. These sheets. These are two sheets now. There's one and there's one.
Oh, here. Now.
I don't know.
It's go.
That looks good. That looks good. Okay. You did it. Okay, let's move on. Let's do the same thing with percentages this time. So again, they have growth percentages here. See right here, growth percentages. So I'm going to do the same thing we just did. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to hold down the mouse, the shift key, click on the last one. Then I'm going to go, again, I'm holding down the command key, and I'm going to click on growth percentages and go down to the percentages here. And then we're going to go and look at the charts. Again, they have a recommended option here. If you go there, again, you'll still see the pie chart, but then you see a bar chart as well as a clustered chart. But there's some other ones in there. We can go over here to the 3D chart. You got a line chart. You might want to try a line chart. So I'm gonna, or an area chart. That's area charts tend to show more, and same with the line chart here. So this time we're going to make a chart, and then we're going to add another data point after we make the chart. So here we go. I'm going to make a line chart for this, and again you'll see the data, but this data doesn't tell me much. It says growth, right? Growth of what? It's not really showing me what are these percentages. Well, that's a percentage of growth. So I guess the network systems administrator is growing. Programmers are not growing as fast. Software app developers are growing more than the CIS manager. It's not really telling me much data. Wouldn't it be nice if I could add another data point to an existing chart option? To do that, we can do the command key again. And I believe this time I can drag down the number of new jobs as well. And that should then, it should have added it to the, no, it didn't do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that again. Number of new jobs. And okay, but now it's not giving me both. It's not showing me both. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let me delete this one. Let's just try and let's just try again. This time let's do both of these. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the shift key down. Then I'm going to do the command key. Let's do this one and do the growth one, and then let's do this one. And let's see if we can compare. So this is difficult because this is in percentages and this is in number of jobs, and the data is just so much different that it doesn't know what to do, I don't think. So let's just try it though, and you're never going to learn anything unless you try it, right? Maybe, because it's two different types of data points, right? This one's percentage of growth. Let me try the line chart again. I don't think it's going to give me any good data. Somewhat. I tried the 3D. This one was yeah, it doesn't give me any data. It doesn't know what to do between these two data points. Yeah, let's try that. That didn't seem to work. Let me try again. This one to this one, and then again the number of jobs and then growth. And then let's say insert, which one? This one over here? Oh, there we go. This one's pretty good. So here's a combination of line. Okay, again, you have to select the data properly. So watch. To select the data, I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to click on the first one, right? And I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'm going to click on the last one. Did you see that? Now I'm going to hold down the command key. Hold it. Command key, and then I'm going to drag down these two. Command key. Hold on. Command key. Did you get that? No? Okay, well let me make my chart and then I'll come and help you. Again, this is probably the best one right here. This one has a combination of line and bar chart. And if I open this up bigger, you'll notice that this is a nice looking chart. It gives me percentage growth, but it also shows you salary. I don't understand how the database administrator is not making a lot of jobs, but the growth is higher. I guess there's not as many people. That's probably why, right? You have to hold down, you have to hold the command key down. Hold the command key. No. Command key. Command, no. Command, just hold it down. Now drag over the other ones. Click and drag, over here. Down, no, too far. Put your fingers up. And then go here.
So this one short too.
That
So I choose this one because
Okay.
it's too light. Right?
yes. There you go. Very good. Insert. 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 And then choose the recommended chart. And the first one. Okay, so this is a kind of a helpful chart as well. Okay, let's talk about, again, moving it to its own sheet. To move it to its own sheet, you got a move chart option over here as well. Do you see it right here? Move chart, it's over here in the very upper right corner. It should say you have your chart selected. You have move chart right here. If you click on that, you could say new sheet. And this is combination chart, right? Do you see that combination chart? And I'm going to hit OK. And it puts it on its own sheet. Again, the sheets are down here. Remember, we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. This one, this one, this one. Okay, again, let's talk about formatting. There is a format here. There is a way to format up here. There is a format option. So I am in my chart. I'm in my sheet. I have a format option up there. There's different ways you can change your chart. Okay, you can add a legend. You can change your legend down there. You can change your title up here. Okay, you can change the different options over here. Again, you can, oh geez, I clicked off. Again, there's a format option here. This is a little bit different than the Windows version. Again, you can change colors as well. Okay, let's talk about exporting our chart. This is a beautiful chart. It tells me data, but how do I give it to somebody so that they can see it? Okay, so let's talk about what I was discussing earlier about how I can save this. I'm going to save this file. Then I'm going to copy this chart into Word. Then we can change it. So how do I get this into Word and stuff like that is what I'm going to talk next. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is save this. I'm going to go under File, Save As. Let's give it a different name. We'll call this Practice Chart. So let's save it, Practice Chart. I called it practice chart. So save your file. Okay, so I'm gonna go and let's say this is my paper. I'm working on a paper for my my careers and don't they have careers and lifestyle class? Anybody take the careers and lifestyle class? No, they do have a careers and lifestyle. So I'm writing a class for my careers and lifestyle, and I need to include this chart in my research in my paper that I'm doing for my careers and lifestyle. This, of course, is jobs. So you got growth and number of new jobs. Good information. Of course, our title is not quite changed yet, but we could change that. You get the idea. So I'm going to copy this. To copy it, I'm going to hit Command-C on the keyboard. So I'm going to make sure it's selected. See how it's selected? I'm going to hit Command-C on the keyboard. I'm going to open up Word. I'm going to open up Word. Let's open up Word. And I'm writing my paper. I love tech jobs, whatever. They make me happy. With a question mark. Okay, whatever. You're typing away. You're typing your paper for your class. To put your chart in, you can actually just paste. Paste on the keyboard is what? Command V for Victor. And it should bring your chart in. And it should have data in it. Once you have the data in the chart in here, I can also alter it inside of Microsoft Word. Notice if you select your chart in Microsoft Word, you have these chart options that are at the top up here. See them up here? You got design chart and you have format. So if I want a different, oh, this doesn't match my format of my paper, you can go to chart design and you can actually go and change the design. Ooh, look at that one. And there's a whole bunch of options in there. Okay, so again, Command-C is copy. Did you copy it from, Command-C, then go to Word and hit Command-V as in Victor. Command-V as in Victor. There you go. You guys got it in Word? Okay, let's talk about changing it again. In Word, you have options. Notice one of the options that you have in the upper left corner is Add Chart Element. Do you see that up there? Okay, so inside there, you have Add Chart Element. You can add properties to your chart. You can add a legend if you want, and so on. You can change certain things. You can add grids and all kinds of stuff. Quick layout, it can show you to change. You could change color formats if you want a different color scheme as well, right there under color right here. In addition, you can go over to switch rows and columns. Oh, that didn't work very well. Select data. You can go back to your Excel and change some of your data if you want. Notice how it opened up right inside of Excel, and you can go back to Word. So if I hit select data and it went back, edit data in Excel, refresh data, and then you have chart type as well. You can actually change your chart type inside there, which didn't seem to work very well for me. Which one was I using before? How about we undo that? There we go. So again, inside of Word, if you have it selected, oh, here's the edit data right here. So again, where it says edit edit data in Excel right here. If you click on that, it'll come to back to Excel. You can go and change some data, right? I'm going to go and change the growth. The systems analyst really should be, let's say, 50% growth here. 50% right there. So if you change the data in your chart, in your data points here, and you go back to Microsoft Word, you can hit refresh, and it should automatically. No, that didn't seem to. Did it work? Which one did I change? Oh, I might have to save it. So I changed the data. That changed. Yeah, look at how the chart. See how the bar chart changed right here? See how the bar chart changed? And so it should automatically change inside of Word as well. Did it change? No. Maybe I have to hit refresh data. It should change. Yeah, see, that's 50% now. Maybe I have to save it. Let me save. Save. Let me go back to Word. Yeah, it changed it. See, 50% here. So again, they're sharing data between Excel and Word here. Okay, let's talk. Another way to get my chart out would be to save the chart as a PDF. So one of the things, and I'm going to go back to Excel. You get the idea of how you can copy and paste into Word, right? We'll do that again. We'll do it again in our class. Don't worry. It's okay. It's just copying and pasting. That's all it is. You did copy and paste. I did see you do it.
But I didn't like the black one.
Oh, I just changed the color right here under, if you have it selected chart. See, there's a black one right here. That's all. It's under in Word. I have chart design, and I just changed it to black. That's all. I know. For some reason, that computer has bad margins. Remember your paper? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go back to Excel. Okay, so here we go. I'm back to my chart. I love this chart. I want to send to my friend. Okay, this chart is beautiful. I want to send to my friend. Now, they may not have Excel. So another format to save your chart in might be to save it in PDF format, right? Remember the PDF? So if I'm in Excel and I go across the top up here, you'll see I have different options. You can save the options in the Windows version. They actually have a PDF option up here. I don't see it here. I guess this is a different version. But you still can save as a PDF. It doesn't have PDF option. I don't see it. So again, you can go underneath the I don't know. In the Windows version, they have PDF option at the top. Oh, try an add-on. I guess we're gonna have to go to print. I don't know. Where? File share? Oh, there we go. Send PDF. Oh no, but that's send PDF. I don't know. Let's try it. Did you guys find a PDF? Who found a PDF option? Where at?
I'm not sure how I got there. Let's see, this chart design format.
In the Windows version, they actually have a PDF menu item.
So I went back to Excel. Then I clicked here.
Oh, it's just saving option, huh? Okay.
You want to save as PDF?
I'm trying to, in the Windows version of Excel, they actually have a menu item right here. It's for Excel. It's for PDF. This version doesn't seem to have that, but we can still save as PDF. Let's try it. Again, if I go under File, let's try Share. Let's try Send PDF. Let's see if that works. Oh, it's wanting me to send it through email, so I guess that's not going to work. Okay, how about we just save as? Or how about we print? So print, in the print save window, there is PDF here in the bottom. Do you see it? And you can save PDF there as well. So under File, Print, there was save as Adobe PDF. Do you see that? There's one that says, oh, let's try it. And it's asking me for, I just wanted one page though. I don't know. I don't know, let me try it. They have different options here. And they don't even have a, why is it not letting me save? There's not even a save box here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that's not very clear. Let me try again. Again, in the Windows version, they actually have a PDF pull-down menu here. And you could save a specific slide or a specific sheet. Let's see. How about we go underneath Save As? Let me try the Save As. And Save As, there should be an option for PDF as well. Right here. And then you could choose which sheet you want. You could say Sheet. See it right here? So I want to save just this one sheet, the one that has the data that we have right here, right? I want to save this one sheet, the one that has the bar chart we want with the line graph in it, right? I want to save this right here. So I went under File, Save As, and I chose PDF there. And we chose Sheet instead of Workbook. I chose Sheet here. And if I hit Save, oh, it just went away. It didn't even give me a chance to save the sheet. Where did it go? What did it do? It didn't tell me what it did. What did it do? I don't know. Let me see. What did it do? What did it do? Okay, it saved just that one I had open. Do you see that? It saved just the one I had open. Let's try again. Let me try again. I'll do another example. Again, here we are. Let's say I want this one. Remember this one we made first? Remember this one we made first? I want to make a PDF out of this one. How about we just do that? I got a new one right here. I want to make a PDF out of this. How I made a PDF out of just this one without all the other data. I went underneath the File, Save As. Then I chose right here where it said File Format, I chose PDF right there. See that? Under PDF. And then instead of Workbook, which would save every one of the sheets, right? Because we have 3 sheets. We got the data one chart, and we have the second one. I'm going to say Sheet right here. Do you see that? But it didn't give me an option. In the other version, in the Windows version, it asks you which sheet you want. Do you want, it tells you because it'll go by the name down here, right? See the name down here? In the Windows version, it allows me to choose the sheet I want with the name of the sheet. But this one, I guess since I have it open, it thinks I want to just save this one that's open. I guess I have to give it a different name because I already saved it once. And I guess it just goes and does it because it doesn't even open it or anything. It just does it. So let's go see what it did. Let's see what it did. And it just saved. It saved that one. Okay, so that's useful. So again, making a chart, saving it to Word. We copied and pasted in the Word and so on. Another way to get your data into other programs is to import the Excel file. Okay, so let's talk about importing your data. So I'm going to go back to my Excel file. I'm going to go back to my Excel. And let's save it. I'm going to save my Excel file. Again, this is called Practice Pie, or this Practice Chart. So I saved my Excel file. Okay, this time I'm going to go back to Word. And remember, we copied and pasted the first time, right? Remember copying and pasting from Excel to Word? Well, this time let's try a different way. Why don't we try importing it into Word? And what I mean by that is you can take the Excel file and bring that in as well. So I'm going to make a new Word document. And this time I'm going to import, if I can remember how to do it, import my insert chart No, that's not chart. What do I want to do? I know there's a way to insert in the word. Hold on. Smart art. Hyperlinks. I just got to remember how to do it. No, I can't remember. I'll remember one of these days. We'll come back to that. By next week, I'll remember. Okay, let's go back to Excel. Okay, last thing I'm going to do for our chart example today is I'm going to do, let's do a different type of chart. Let's do the 2010. Let's do the data, the number of people, and then let's just do, oh, we already did a pie chart. I'm thinking of a different type of chart. Let me try again. I wanted one with, we did pie chart. Oh, here's the donut one. The donut chart. So I did the data of the people, right? And then I did the growth here. And remember, I changed the system analysis. And then you have 3D pie chart and donut chart. Notice how this is good for a pie chart to have one data point right here, right? Because you have just one data point is growth. So you do have a 3D pie chart, which is very helpful because it gives you a nice kind of 3D look to it. Or, of course, you do have another one. Instead of doing that, you can do, I think it's stuck here. I can't move it. It's not letting me move. Hold on. Okay, I can't even delete this. There we go. Let me try again. I wanted to do a pie chart to a donut chart. Let's select the data points, and then I'm going to do, again, command growth. And I'm going to talk about the pie chart. Again, great for pie chart. I wanted to go to the 3D pie chart, which we see here. 3D pie chart. Again, you can change it though, and you can see you got data points here. You got your pre-made one there. You can 3D it there. This is a nice 3D chart there. That's a good 3D chart there. There. There's a dark one, and so on. So you can change the chart here, like we were looking at earlier. You can also change chart type, and I wanted to pie, and I want to change it to donut. So if you look over here, you can change from pie to donut. What is the donut one? Well, the donut one's kind of a round one like that. This is quite popular, again, to give you sort of an analysis that you can see. Why is it called donut? Because it has the hole in the middle, right? Looks like a donut, doesn't it? Again, this is kind of a nice one that you can use to, again, only one data point. So you wouldn't use this for multiple. Again, I'm just using the name of the jobs and the percentage that you see here. And so we can go and next thing is you can change the format of the text as well. One of the problems is that when you're making charts is you have a pretty large data entry down there. And it's really hard to see this and read this. You can actually go and adjust the text option as well, where you can make it bigger and so on. I don't know why it's not giving me, oh, there we go. No, text option, no, 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 no. I don't know why it's not letting me change the size here. I should be able to change the font size. I don't know, they made it a lot different when they changed. I'm used to Office 2013. You might have to change the options up here. See them? Yeah. Oh, here's point size. I guess we could change the point size here. And then maybe change the font as well. So it looks like you can click on it and then change it here. Notice how I make the font bigger. It changes the chart so it fits. That's a little bit more readable right there, if you can see. So basically I was clicking on the text that you see there and went to the home option, and I was able to change the size right here. That's a lot more readable there. And you can move things around too. You're not stuck with them. If you click on them twice, it allows you to select them, and you can do things like move them and so on. So again, you're not stuck to just the same data. You can actually click on options. Again, to pull it away, I think I held the, so if you want to pull one away, like the system analyst is the biggest one, you want to pull it away. I noticed when I, in the Windows version, you can just double click on it and pull it away, but this version, oh, there it goes, that worked. So I double clicked and pulled it away. Sometimes when you're doing a chart or a donut like this, a pie chart or a donut, if you pull one away, it kind of emphasizes it, right? See how it's a little bit more emphasized? So try that if you can, pull away there. The other thing you can do is change colors if you want, because if you double click on it, again, the color option is here, and you can change the color there. That might be a little bit different. Notice when you change this, it also changes the legend down here. Do you see the legend? So these are related. The colors here are related to the colors down here in the legend as well. I guess gray has been used already. Maybe I should change it to a different one. Maybe if I change it to green, oh, there's already a green. It's like you're running out of colors here. Oosh. Got too many blues. If only we had more colors than just these, right? How about purple? Whoosh. And then if it's too bright, we can change that as well. Let's make this bright purple. There we go. There we go. Pinkish. There we go. Okay, I'm going to stop.